BigPinsradius, ladies and gentlemen, and today we have a special edition of the Radius. The reason why it is special is because it is our last session with the lovely,
beautiful Naomi.
lovely, beautiful Naomi. So we decided today we're not going to have any guests. Our guest today is Naomi, so we want to get to know about Naomi. You've been seeing her on the show, you've been wondering what's her story, what's been up to, so we are getting to know more about that. And
and it's a bittersweet episode for all of us because you're leaving too soon.
And we're looking at sun.
And we're really
You guys are making me emotional.
no, for real. It's like it's been so nice to know you and get to know you. And it's gonna be so different hosting with somebody else who's not gonna be like, oh, let up.
The control, whatever. So this is a very, very special episode for Naomi. And before we get into the emotional, fresher sides of it, so it's gonna be so hard.
It is. Okay, I want to know.
Okay.
Because you brought Naomi, I want to know. As we ask this question for the last time.
Question you don't
why are you opening your eyes? I'm like, relax. Okay, so how did you meet Naomi? How did you guys start
That's
working?
a good question.
Yeah.
Pin, how did we meet?
We met at Chit Chat.
Okay. Whew.
That's what I remember.
Thank God, that's what I remember too. I just didn't want to be wrong.
Yeah, sure. So I remember we met at Chit Chat. We were called for the auditions.
Yeah.
Chit Chat was the show on Switch.
On Ibru TV.
Yeah.
So it was a new show. That's the time I wanted to get into TV and to have my own show, and was really trying to understand the TV role and what's going to happen. See what's happened now. It's led up to this show. Anyway, so that's when I met Naomi because we auditioned together and I was given the role. I remember the first day we met, so there was like a thing, we were like 10 people, right?
Yeah.
Then they did like a screen test, then they did then like 5 were eliminated. I can't remember the other guys.
Yeah.
Then from there we were given roles. Now, so me and her were given like sort of the first roles because they thought, this guy's a musician, the more bubbly, shock. They're like, he doesn't talk, whatever, it's chilled out. So Naomi was more
bubbly.
Bubbly. So in fact, we used to sit like this, like the show used to be her. Then I introduced them, and I goes now the conversation goes around. Yeah, so that's my.
Was that the same recollection?
It definitely was. We met at Ibru. When I first met you, I was a bit starstruck. I'm not gonna lie, because I was like, I've heard about you from Agoba DJs, like when I was at Caliph and stuff, and I was just like, wow, like it's BigPin. And then like when I met you, you were just the most chill, down to earth person I had ever met, and I was like, what? That's my boy.
Yes.
I used to hang out from then.
We did
Lunches, we eat together. When you're smoking, when I used to smoke, eat
back in the
together. We look for plans together. Like, what's the plan for me? We look for concepts together. So we just got into a space where we felt like that. I felt like she has good energy. Like we always like in the same space. We do something. It's like, we should do it like this. Even the conversations we used to have, like, but it's like this. So we used to hang out, me, you, and Fuadi.
Fuadi.
And Fuadi. So that's like my recollection.
Nice. So you didn't have like this. Of course, you said you were starstruck. So you had.
He didn't care.
He didn't care.
I was just another person.
So like the music. This was. Like, did he know you as an artist?
I'd seen her in a video. In Jago's video. And I remember guys talking about it. It's like, have you seen that hot chick in Jago's video? And I remember her from that video. Then now later on is when we started talking about music. And she told me, I'm also an artist. I have a couple of things. Like, let's do something together. And we talked about that thing for ages. For ages. Like, let's do something. We did, I can call you for a session. Let's do a session. I'm off it right now. And
it just never worked out.
Never worked out.
Only on God's timing because we got something special coming up. We got something special coming up.
Now, Naomi, since I know you now. I mean, I know you grew up in the States and everything, and you had to come to Kenya, and you were interested in doing music. Then you realized you had to do it in Swahili, a language you didn't speak.
Going too far.
Yeah.
When did you go to the States?
All right. Let's start from there. So I never went to the States. I was born and raised in the States. I was born and raised in the States. But I would always travel back to Kenya. When I was younger, my parents made an effort to make sure that we knew where we came from. And we had like my shosho here, my guka here, all of that. So now when I was in high school actually. I was 15 and I came to Kenya and my uncle Spike was
That was
like,
the first time they came after.
no.
Used to
When I was,
come
I would come back and forth, but just, to have fun.
Visit,
To
You were
visit
born in the
family.
States,
I was
yeah.
born and raised in the States.
Okay.
So now when I was 15, I came here, and my uncle had introduced me to Clemo at Caliph Records. So now that's when, and I was like about to go back to America because I was in school.
Yeah.
So he was just like, he gave me this track and he was just like, okay, write a song. So I wrote a song and then he was like, okay, but we need you to sing in Swahili. But I didn't know Swahili at the time.
Yeah.
So it was hard, but I can pick up things. So if you write or like say it, I can hear it and repeat
You can
it.
sort of, yeah.
So that's where
The right tone.
tunakatika nasta ya Kenya. That's where that came from.
But
And
had that to give you like the tonnage on how to say it.
on how to say, yeah.
Yeah,
have
'cause
to,
you didn't
like,
know,
Yes,
like-
I can repeat.
You
I can repeat well.
When you hear it, like
You can't know that she
tell
doesn't
exactly
know.
That
Yeah.
I know.
Exactly, say it
Yeah.
really well.
That's what people have said. So now, when I released that song, I actually went back to the States to go to school. But now, like, I had also won like a Chigua Latinis award for that song for best new female rising artist, all of that. So then I came back to Kenya the next year to receive the award. And this funny story, like, I came back to Kenya to receive the award. When we were going into like now the award place. They were like, okay, just don't talk much because these people think you're from Kenya and you go to school here.
Oh,
Like, and if they
shit,
ask, just tell them you do. So it was kind of like,
because you have to sort of fit
yeah. So it was kind of like
Isn't
all
that
lies at the
daunting?
time.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
like all lies at the time, and I feel like I kind of
Lost
lost part of my
yourself.
identity
Yeah.
because I was trying to be somebody I was
in.
not.
Because you have to
Yes.
portray this person who
Yes.
wears a and that's not you.
Exactly.
Because you had to look Kenyan, and you are Kenyan, but you
Yeah.
weren't really
But
like.
I don't speak the language. I don't go to
So what
school
did you used to do?
here.
Like, you just chill, and when people talk to you, like, what, you just smile?
Yeah, I would just like smile.
Smile and be pretty.
Because literally, when I went to receive the award, like it was just guys on the side of me walking me in, and like people were like reaching and pulling, and well, boy, and I was just like,
Yeah.
I just walked in, so it made me seem like I was like
a diva.
stuck up,
Yeah.
But I just didn't know what you were saying.
Yeah.
You get?
Yeah.
Sure.
That
So
was
you just
hard.
went and you didn't say anything, and they were just picked it.
I just picked it. I don't know if we performed. I think I performed it and then
Yeah.
left.
Or you didn't talk, you just picked it, performed, and left.
Yep. That's
The
it.
twist on Wamboe, your name, was it always like that?
It Wamboe.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't. And that's actually Clemo and them who had come up with that. The OE
Oh, okay.
Wamboe. Yeah, it's because it was like
this Wamboe.
something different. Yeah. And like I never even liked it at the time. I'm not even gonna lie. Like I don't
Like
know why. I
some
just
Kenyan
didn't like
shit.
it. People were calling me Wamboe. I'm like, that's not my name. But I grew to love it because it was part of who I was.
Yeah, that is. So between now, after doing the Chagos Latinis, did you go back to the States or you stayed here for a while?
I was always going back to the States. I would come, release a song, go back to the States. And I think that's part of why my music didn't really
Kick off.
kick off too much because I
Yeah.
wasn't doing interviews, I wasn't doing this and
You're
all
not
the things you need to
consistent
do.
also.
Exactly.
To promote.
So and then even after that, me and Major had a song. It was called Broni Chali Yangu. We put out a song and like it
You had a song with Major?
I had a song with Jim. I had a song with Major.
No, I thought I knew you.
Yo,
I didn't know that you have a
damn,
song.
I'm an OG in this thing. Know that.
You're so OG, by the way.
Yeah, I was there. That's why I was, in like the Mad Tracks episode. That's why I was there when like it was now Jimwa, Major, Juakali
Part of
doing
that
their
formation.
thing. Yeah, that was family. That was literally family.
That's why you had so much tea on you. Take a sip. It's all right. Anyway, so I'm not gonna put you on blast like that. It's all right. So, do you feel like because you didn't have time to promote your album and your songs the way you wanted to, because you had to hide that you were not
Your identity.
you had to hide your identity? Is that the reason why you transitioned into TV, or you just felt like that was the next career choice for you naturally?
Yeah, no, I feel like TV just came along. Like somebody literally called me. It was like, Naomi, I think your personality would be good for TV.
Which
like,
it is.
Yeah, the music had never kicked off fully the way I wanted it to because I wasn't being my true self at the end of the day. And that's what I felt like. So The music, I don't know. I was still doing, and I was still recording. I have so many songs that I've recorded, even with like Ulopa, who's this guy, SQ. Yeah, we got songs. I did the Love Me song. I did another song.
You have a lot of songs.
I got songs for days.
And given the choice, would you be doing the same kind of music you were doing back then, or would you want to transition into something totally different to be more authentically yourself? Because now you have the maturity to decide what you want to do, and the confidence to do it. So,
I mean, yeah, definitely. I will always be myself on the tracks nowadays, and I feel like this new song with me and Pin that we have coming out, it has that vibe. You'll understand like who I am, I guess, and who I was, well, not who I was, but who I am now, you know, and life has changed me. You get, that's from the age of 15. I'm 32 now, so there's a difference, you know? But also I felt like the music industry in Kenya had kind of let me down. Like I was really getting like screwed over, can I say that? Screwed over by a lot of people in the industry because of my accent and because I couldn't speak Swahili.
Screwed over how? Like people don't want to work with you, or people just give you stories?
People thought that they could take advantage of
Can I answer the question? Like, exactly. People thought they could take advantage of me because because I spoke English, and I would also get like overcharged for things because I'm American. You get, so it was hey, it was just
Wacha tumgonge. You know that means? This chick is
chick
like an uptown chick. Let's use her for her money.
But did you experience that?
I did a lot. Yeah, I experienced a lot. In this music industry, especially surrounded by men, there was a lot going on, but we ain't gonna get into that.
So you had to like just take a back seat and say, let me just study this first. Before I actually get into it deeper.
Yeah. So, and I kind of just took a break naturally.
And now there's something that you're really excited about, motherhood.
Yes.
Yes. And how has that changed you?
I had a baby. In what it was, I
follow her Instagram. Sorry.
No, go ahead, say it.
Like I just follow her Instagram. The whole time was like, this is
literally.
This is like I live my life. Just like now we're supposed to like perfect. Let's go.
I get so many like comments and like DMs that I only follow you because of Kenya. Honestly, but thank you for providing us. When I go out, they're like, hey, I follow you, but only because of your daughter. She's a character in herself. But I had her in 2020 during that Corona period when they had shut down the airports. So I wasn't able to fly back to America to have her, which I wanted to do. But everything happens for a reason. It was literally a blessing in disguise because it just helped. Like my mom is here, my older sister is here, my dad and them are in the States, but having your mom, it's something about having your mom around you.
And as a new mom.
As a new mom. It was, but she has changed my life. She's changed my life in so many ways. And I know that's so cliche, but she literally did, because I went from depression to drinking. But I was doing it all. Except heroin, guys. But I was doing it all, and I was going down a wrong path. Like even my mom threw me in rehab a couple times.
For real?
What? Yes. Even though
when in 2020?
Not in 2020.
No, I mean,
when the baby in 2020.
No, I said before that. I'm saying before that.
Yes, before that.
For real?
Yeah, I did. I went through. So I was here from 2018, I think, like the end of 2017, 2018, and some things happened, media things as well, but. It was just, and when you get caught up in this music industry in Kenya, there's so much alcohol drinking around you, and if you don't have mentor or guide to help you, there's just so much. It can, and that's what happened with me. I just got caught up in the lifestyle of doing things instead of actually getting work done.
Exactly. And that's the problem, because people go to with the inception of studio is a place to have fun. It's not. If you're going to the studio, you're supposed to be going to work. So you go.
We were going there drinking 4 or 5 in the morning, and in Kenya is where I actually started really drinking. Wow, you Kenyans drank. damn.
So you really went down that road. And
I did.
You had to pull yourself out of it.
I mean, it wasn't just me. It was my mom, honestly. She had faith in me and she loved me enough to get me help. And then after like I came out of rehab, actually it was the time I went to Hebrew and did the interview and got the role. So
because after that, after Chicha, I wanted to ask you, after Chicha, you started another show at Hebrew again.
Yeah, I did. It was called Let's Talk. Now that was the talk show.
That was the talk show, yes.
That helped a lot, yeah.
Why did you leave that?
Other issues,
With
but
production.
honestly, I left when I got pregnant, and then Corona hit, so we had a break for a certain time. But I just put in my leave letter, but I just honestly never went back. Other stuff.
Do you miss it?
I do. I miss TV. I missed my girls that were there. Most of them left, but
Is the
I
show still going
do. It is. I
Oh, but a
think.
whole new cast again.
Yeah,
different
yeah,
people.
a whole new
It's
cast.
never the same if it's never the same.
It's
It's never the
not.
same. Sure.
And-
Did you go to Switch after that?
No, I didn't. I did the interview,
You did
but
that,
they
yeah.
said I couldn't speak Swahili, so
This Swahili thing has really messed up a lot.
It really has. It really has.
You don't
And
feel
they
like
need to
maybe
change
you should
that
learn
narrative.
Swahili because
I
maybe
do
you
feel
can't
like-
fight now.
Yeah, you
Scotians
can't
and
fight,
Swahili.
yeah.
I know, and
Yeah.
I know I should, but for me, it's hard learning other languages. I'm not gonna lie.
You speak-
I took like Japanese in school for like 5 years. All I can say is Hajime mashite watashi wa Naomi desu, dozo yoroshiku.
Oh,
That line.
that's a lot.
5
That's
years.
a lot.
Hajime mashite, how are you? My name is Naomi.
That's a lot for
Fine.
Japanese. That's
I'm
good.
what?
That's
That's
a sentence.
That's a sentence.
yeah.
Yes,
That's
so
a
it's like
lot.
an MK move
Yeah.
for karate kicking. For what?
That's it.
That's a
So the
lot.
language is bad. But maybe,
Do you speak Kikuyu?
Kikuyu. I do not speak Kikuyu,
But you
but I
understand.
can hear Kikuyu more than I can hear Swahili because that's what my parents spoke as a child in the
so at home is
States.
Kikuyu, then English.
Yes.
So there's no Swahili. there's
Yes,
no,
yeah. So there was no Swahili around me, so it's just my cousins and stuff. And then I only know like the sheng, some shengs. Like I know sijui Kiswahili, najua kidogo. That's it.
Now,
That's it.
so as you're leaving now, is it that would you want to continue with your music when you go to the States, or are you transitioning to something totally different?
I definitely am transitioning to something different. It's more on the business side of things. Like I feel I have a daughter now, and it's not just my life that I'm living for. It's her and providing her with everything that even I had as a child, and her experiencing those things and even more. So like my first priority is literally not me, it's her. But I'm not gonna lie, like we got in the studio a couple weeks ago and it felt good. Like I know that's where I'm supposed to be because I've always loved music. Like it's a part
It's
of
you,
me.
yeah.
It's
Yeah,
me.
I know,
It's
that
me.
feeling,
I
you know,
light
can
up.
never let it
when-
go.
You know,
You can't,
you
no
can't.
matter what, you just-
as much as you try to get away from it, you can't. So I'll still do music, definitely. And over there, I got some friends and family in different states that I'll probably do music with. But now I'm going to handle business
And then also-
and make that money, honey. Because
That's what's up. And the advantage of now is you don't need to even you could do music there and still you could do collabs with people here. It's just a matter of
Sending
So,
files, yeah.
So it's not a matter that you're really here as long as you can have the connect and have that vibe. And as you're saying, just do what you're comfortable with.
Do
The people who like what you do, they like what you do. If you try to impress other people, you'll end up going because now you're working to impress them, which is so hard. You can never impress everyone.
And that's the thing, and that's the pressure that I had before, and I didn't like that of me trying to be somebody who I was not.
Yeah.
And I feel like
And you
now
can't be creative if you're forced to be something
Exactly.
else.
Yes.
It's very hard.
Exactly.
It actually, I mean, kills your creativity.
Yeah.
It
Because you want
does.
to do something, but now you're being forced to do this, and you're seeing it in a totally different way, and they're not letting you express your feelings that way. But now it's changed. I mean, it's even. I think even with the inception of Kamula, they had a lot of English songs.
yeah,
So
they did.
there's that year really kina ecstatic.
Yes, yes,
there are many kina Boutros now. I think still do a lot of English now. Even there are like a couple of people. So the space is changing. It's not the same as it was then, where you had to have like authentic Swahili or you had to be whatever. People are doing a lot of different. Like the synergy of how it's just how you put in and people are willing to accept
New,
It's not just
new.
the same stereotype.
Yeah.
That it's not this type of music, then
We're not listening
to it. And it's English. I remember asking this of that problem when we were writing. We used to be told, are you putting too much English?
Yeah.
I mean, even how I grew up, her surroundings are, I mean, it's Luo and English mostly. Like I talk to my friends, whoever, it's always English like, most of the time. So it's Luo, and even if you notice, like my songs are Luo and English.
Yes, there's always a Luo word there somewhere.
You know,
yeah.
so the notion of so even for me, it used to be sort of not as stressing as yours, definitely.
Yeah.
Because me, I grew up here.
But you could speak Swahili.
I could speak Swahili, definitely, yeah. But I can understand if you feel like this is how you want it to come out, and it's not like you have to force it to change. It's very hard, you know. But at the same time, you have to sort of tweak it in a way that people understand, because it's also an art, and music is not for you only. You also can't, since I want to do this, then fine, but you also have to have that balance where you need to listen to what other people are saying if you really want to go to a different level. Or else, unless you just don't do it for you.
And that's what I understood.
So you have to have that balance of, yes, I have my niche, but what other people sing is different, and you have to listen to the opinion for you to craft up something which is has both your artistic value, like your thoughts, and also what people want. So that makes it a success, like a cocktail of
everything.
Of like ideas.
And that's what I understood. Because when I was with Caleb Records, I mean, they were doing genge, and me, a genge artist. Come on. Hey, it was crazy. But I understood. Like you have to understand your you have to understand your demographic. You have to understand who you're making the music for and all of that.
So it's an interesting part, but I think
you've navigated your way very nicely. Very nicely.
You've navigated the whole way.
You wouldn't know that you feel lost. Nobody seeing you, nobody would know like you felt lost.
You always look like you're in control. Because it's always loud and bubbly, like, yo, I'm doing this, I'm doing this. So you never look like, you always know like you know what you're doing.
But that's what depressed people always look like. That's what they always look like.
Always checking. Always
checking. Hey, it's a smile on their face, but you never know what's going on behind closed doors. I'm not saying I am now, thank you God. But that's crazy.
Are you planning to come back?
We'll see. I haven't really decided. I want to go. I want to get like my license in. So I'm gonna do like some classes to run the family business. Maybe like a year. I might come back and visit. My mom is like, why are you packing all these things? You know you're coming back in 2 months. You can't keep my baby away from me. I'm like, hey, come on.
Well, because now that's another conversation. She's already used to that.
That
home,
lifestyle.
And Kenya's used to everybody now. It's gonna be so
and
hard.
we have like here in Kenya, we have like so many people in the house all the time. Like it's me, my mom, my sister, my shosho stays with us, my aunt. Like we got a big house, and then the like workers, and so she's always communicating, and she's very good at speech. Like she can talk very well. Because I've always told them, don't talk that baby talk. Like since she was a baby, you speak like regular words. And so I don't know. That's gonna be a lifestyle change for her. Like going to America, and now it's just like me, my dad, my younger sisters. And then, like, when I moved to my own place, me and her, she might not like me. She might not.
So that's a whole. So are you like ready, like mentally
mentally prepared for that?
Like I've been thinking about it. I don't think I'll ever be ready, but just the same way I felt when I had her. You get like I felt like
no one prepares you, but you get prepared.
I was scared. I was anxious. That's all the things I'm feeling now. I'm nervous because I know I'm not gonna be able to wake up and have breakfast in bed. I'm not gonna be able to wake up. Like create my content, do everything I'm doing now. Just have like the nanny take her for a couple hours. Like I know it's not gonna do that. Yeah, but I'm ready. Like I feel like I am excited.
I think that's the most important.
And I don't mind struggling a little bit because like I want to feel what real life feels like, like because that's real life. There's some people out here that are single mothers and they don't have no family to depend on. You get so even if it's just a little bit, let me experience it. Like because also the one thing about Kenya, like you can get lost in me like being too busy and leaving her with the nanny, and now the nannies are raising her. That's one thing I told myself I would never do.
So this will give you like a bond with her more. looking at things from the brighter side.
That
I
is
like
sad,
You
but
have
you
one
know what?
connection one-on-one.
Exactly.
The good thing is that at least you're not going to a completely new place.
Exactly. Also,
Yeah,
so
you know.
So that's-
Somewhere I
But-
know I have
Your
family.
friends, yeah.
Yeah.
What state are you going to?
Seattle. Seattle.
Do you know how many men are going to be depressed at your departure?
You don't even understand. You don't even understand.
10, I know you are.
Yeah, I'm one of them. I'm going to be very depressed. Extremely. You don't even understand.
Oh my gosh,
Going to live
Naomi.
No,
years
get out of
forever.
here. Get out of here. Get out of here.
Bigpins radius.